Political discourse in our country is not merely words spoken in public squares or on glossy screens. It is a fully staged theater whose acts begin with a ceremonial engagement between an ambitious politician and a people worn down by deferred promises. The politician stands like a confident groom, dressed in the robes of grand projects, holding a bouquet of rosy slogans, and speaks of a bright future that only he can see. But he portrays it so skillfully that it seems closer to reality than reality itself. As for the people, the bride's family, they listen with a mix of eagerness and caution. They are tired of waiting, exhausted by past disappointments, yet they cling to every glimmer of hope. They study his features, listen to his tone, and search his words for sincerity that might reassure their hearts. And once they are convinced or persuaded by the eloquence of his speech, they decide to grant him their trust, applauding him, defending him, and standing behind him as one, believing he will be the salvation from their suffering. The campaign period passes like an engagement period, full of sweet promises, firm pledges, and commitments that cannot be postponed. He promises them justice, dignity, and opportunities they have never had before. He promises to be their voice, their support, and the guardian of their dreams. He swears that his project is not personal but theirs, and that his success will only be complete when they thrive. And when the moment of decision comes, they give him their votes as blessings are given on a wedding night. They elevate him to the position he has long sought, feeling like partners in this achievement. They believe the hardest stage is over, and that a time of fulfillment has begun. Yet the scene slowly shifts, shockingly so. Once the groom sits on the throne of power, the language changes, and the warmth of his speech disappears. Promises retreat behind general statements. Dreams turn into postponed files, and priorities differ from those outlined during the engagement days. When they demand what was promised, he responds with the coldness of political realism, reminds them of the difficulties of the stage, or shifts the responsibility to his opponents. In a harsh moment of revelation, it seems as if he is telling them plainly, "You were merely my means to get here. Your votes gave me power, your support created my influence, and your trust opened doors for me. I would not have reached this point without your backing. But now, the equation has changed, and my calculations extend beyond the narrow scope of your demands." Here the bride's family realizes that the engagement was not an equal partnership, but an unbalanced deal. They thought they were choosing someone to represent them, only to find they were used to serve his personal ambitions. They believed they were partners in a national project, only to discover that he alone climbed the steps of a long ladder. And so the scene repeats, generation after generation. A new groom, new promises, and weary hearts still willing to believe. Because the need for hope is stronger than the memory of disappointment, and because people, no matter how often betrayed, continue to search for someone who will keep a promise, even if just once.